Good morning, Sarah and Hunter and Allie and Carrie, Connor and Judson and Elise and Lincoln. It is our last lesson for book 509. So get your pencils ready for speed drill 15. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, pencils down, get your pencils ready to score. 11, 3, 13, 8, 17, 7, 12, 8, 14, 18, 16, 2, 9, 11, 9, 9, 14, 7. Third row, 12, 9, 13, 4, 11, 7, 7, 14, 6. Fourth row, 6, 13, 12, 15, 8, 7, 11, 5, 15. All right. Turn back to lesson 15. We're taking the test tomorrow. You should have a reading sheet for the test, so you can look over that to study. We are talking again today about properties. We learned about the identity property of addition, the identity property of multiplication, and the zero property of multiplication. You have already learned, maybe last year, maybe this year, I forget, about the commutative property of addition. How do you say this word? Say it for me. Commutative. Funny story, I was saying commutative. I was saying this as an N. But then I saw it was a T and I corrected my ways. The reason I say commutative instead of commutative, it was because it helped me remember that 5 plus 6 equals 6 plus 5. And you're like, well, what is that? What does that mean? The commutative property of addition states that if you switch the order of addends, these are called addends, it does not change the sum. The sum means answer. So 5 plus 6 equals 11. 6 plus 5 equals 11. It does not change. What I want you to do to remember this, think of communities. Let's say number 5 lives in Abbeville. Let's say number 6 lives in Due West. But number 6 really wanted to live in Abbeville because she wanted to walk to Maria's all the time to eat. So number 6 moved to Abbeville. But number 5 lived in Abbeville. He was tired of Maria's and he wanted to go to Mama's Sweet Shop all the time to get a donut. So number 5 moved to Due West. But they are still the same people. They did not change how they looked. They just changed where they lived. So think of communities. They switch communities, but they still say the same person. Just like these numbers, they switch the order, but the answer is still the same. Commutative property of multiplication means the same thing except for multiplying. Let's take 3 times 2 equals, we're going to switch them. Remember, they changed communities. It would be 2 times 3. Does it matter? Can they change communities and will they not change the answer? Well, let's check. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. the answer does not change. It does not matter what number comes first. Remember, commutative means community. You can change communities, but it does not matter. This only works for addition and multiplication. Why doesn't it work for subtraction? Let's try it. Let's say we have 3 take away 1 equals 1 take away 3. We just switched it. So let's see if it works. 3 take away 1 is 2 equals 1 take away 3. That's a little bit hard, but think about we have negative 3 and we have 1. So our answer would be negative 2. It's like, remember when we added integers? We subtract and we use the symbol. So we're taking 3 take away 1 and use the negative symbol. So this would be 2 equals negative 2. Does that equal? No, it doesn't. So commutative property does not work for subtraction. Let's see if it works for division. 4 divided by 2 is, let's switch it, 2 divided by 4. 4 divided by 2. This is why I am picky about what number you say first when you're talking about division. Because it completely changes your answer if you say the wrong number first. Let me show you what I mean. 4 divided by 2, your first number that you say should always go in the middle. So we have 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Oops, I did that wrong. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Let's switch it. Let's switch community, see if they equal. 2 divided by 4. Remember that your first number that you say must always go in the middle. So 2 divided by 4. You should know how to do this. 4 cannot go into 2, so we need to annex a decimal point and a 0. Bring up your decimal point. 4 goes into 20, how many times? 5 times. So 2 divided by 4 is 0.5. Does 2 equal 0.5? No. So the commutative property does not work for subtraction. It does not work for division. They cannot change communities and the answer will stay the same. Only addition and multiplication works for changing communities. Let's do 1a, 2a, 3a, and 4a. You can follow along. Let's read the instructions for the first part. Use the commutative property to complete the equations. We have a plus b equals. Which property is it? Look at your symbol, it's plus. Your instructions say commutative. They change communities. So instead of a being first, we're going to put b first. And a will come last. A plus b equals b plus a. You just switch it. They equal each other. Let's go to 2a. 7 plus blank equals 10 plus blank. And you're like, well, what do I put in there? See how they give us two numbers. 7 plus 10 equals 10 plus 7. See how we switched communities? Instead of 7 coming first, 10 came first, but they still equal each other. So this would be the commutative property of addition. Let's go to 3a. 5 times 4 equals what? 4 times 5. Switch the communities. 4 must come first. And that follows the commutative property of multiplication. Let's go to 4a. So the instruction is a little bit different. It says write equals or not equal. 5 take away 1. First of all, just look at your symbols. If it is take away or if it is division, they will not equal each other. They will not. So you would write an equal sign with a slash. It's not equal. It is a good idea to check. So 4b is 7 times 9, 9 times 7. Make sure that they're the same numbers, they're just switched order. 7 times 9, 9 times 7. Commutative property? Yeah, because they just changed the order of the addends. So your answer would be equal sign. That is all. If you have any questions, let me know. Great job.